Hello watch fans, it's Anders here on Watch On channel. Today the full review of a very cool Skindiver I bought this summer. I have been owning this watch for a few weeks and now it's time for the full review. I did do an unboxing first impressions video. You can find the link to that one down in the description because we're not going to spend too much time with the packaging. So before we get into the full review of this Squale, as you can see here, watch. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button, it is a big help. Also a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my brand new Rolex. This is my Rolex Air King I just bought. This is a brand new 2023 example. I'm very happy with this watch. The kind of oddball weird Rolex watch, and I really like the coloring with the green and the yellow. So getting more into this watch, I bought this from Watches. I'm not associated with those guys in any way. You can also find it at Squale's own website if you're interested. It comes in a blue cardboard box with the Squale logo here. And then inside we find this nice kind of travel pouch here. It's blue leather, so nice blue leather travel pouch with the Squale name here and the logo you see. You open. And inside you find all the stuff. You get the warranty card and the hang tag. You get the manual. And of course the most important thing, you get the watch. And here we have the watch. So this is actually called the Super-Squale. Squale meaning shark in French. The Super-Squale was released in the 1960s as a Skindiver. So they released this watch back then and now they have made a remake. This is a 2023 model. It comes in 4 different colorways. As you can see, I opted for the brown sunburst colorway with the brown leather strap, but you can choose between 4 different colors. So you can choose between brown, blue, black, and also a gray dial. All of them are kind of sunburst, especially the gray and the brown are sunburst dials. The black and the blue a little less sunburst, but still you have some sunburst effect. And then you can choose between leather straps in different colorways and also a Beads of Rice bracelet. The watches are priced at around $900 US. They can be bought directly from Squale's website or from Nomon on Quantum24 and a lot of different websites. It is an automatic watch. Inside of this watch beats the Sellita SW200. It doesn't have a ghost date, as you can see. It is a no date watch. Very simple vintage inspired layout of the dial. So Squale with the Squale logo below 12 o'clock. Then we have here 20 Atmos, Super-Squale and Swiss made. So 200 meters of water resistance. What really drew me towards this watch was definitely the brown dial. I really like the brown dial on this watch. And let's just have a look at the brown sunburst effect from outside in the sun during the summer. So you can see it looks absolutely amazing. I'm really happy with the overall kind of effect and sunburst effect of the dial on this Super-Squale because it looks really great. I've been looking for brown watches for quite some time. For some reason I was really getting into brown dial watches. And I found this watch on Instagram and I bought it kind of immediately because I think this is just a beautiful watch with this brown sunburst dial. So you see applied hour markings or printed on hour markings, except for 12, 3, 6 and 9 where you have these kind of glossy application. You see we get this kind of cream color off color but not super vintage or aged, so it still looks fresh. And then we get these very nice and simple baton style hands and a lollipop second hand. Again, this is a no date watch. I really like the simplicity of the dial. So the bezel insert is stainless steel and it's typical of a dive watch. This is a Skindiver, so 200 meters of water resistance. You get the first 15 minutes in a countdown and then you get 5-minute increments. I really like the kind of combination between this stainless steel here and then the brown dial. So seeing the watch in profile here, you see this beautiful double domed sapphire crystal. It has really great AR treatment, so let's just have a look again from outside. I'm really happy with the AR treatment of this watch. Although it's a very strong sunburst effect on the dial, it still is very easy to read the time on this watch. Everything is done very vintage inspired, very simple case. Everything is lightly brushed. You get a nice little polished part between the case and the bezel. Nice short locks. You also see here straight ends here so you can easily put on other straps. And an unguarded crown signed with the Squale logo. Case back here, really nice vintage inspired case back as well. Here you see the different information, screw round case back. Again, 200 meters water resistance. The bezel here is 120 clicks. No play. Very easy to grip, feels really solid. It's not a high-end feeling or sound. It's not a luxury watch in that sense, but it really does the job and it feels very secure, very easy to turn, and everything of course aligns really nicely. The dimensions are really interesting, and that is also a thing I fell for when I bought this watch, because it's only 38.1 millimeters in diameter. It is only 46 millimeters from lock tip to lock tip, and you do get these kind of downwards sloping locks. Then you get 18 millimeter lock width here, and then you get 12.5 millimeters in thickness, but it doesn't really feel that thick. Although it's a smaller watch, only 38 millimeters, it doesn't feel too thick. Really nice kind of distressed Italian leather. This strap is made in Italy, you can see here. Really nice quality, nice buckle. They did something extra with the buckle here. I really like the buckle. Nice brushing and the Squale logo again. My biggest issue with this strap is that you only get these 6 holes here. So this is a smaller watch, only 38 millimeters, but still they only provide you with 6 holes. So if you have a smaller wrist, you will definitely have a hard time actually fitting this watch to your wrist, because I have a 17.5 centimeter wrist size and I must use the last hole, and it's really not that tight towards my wrist. So if you have a smaller wrist than you won't be able to actually fit this strap. So it's kind of weird that they made this smaller watch, which will really make a lot of people with small wrist sizes happy, that they can get a really cool dive watch, but still you won't be able to actually use this strap. The movement is the Sellita SW200, no ghost position in any way. Really nice screw down crown, very easy to wind the watch. You have the kind of grainy sound and the right resistance, very easy to screw back in. I would have wished that the crown was bigger, because it's a vintage inspired watch, and I think the crown is just a little too small for this watch. Just maybe 1 or 2 millimeters more would be looking really great for a vintage inspired dive watch like this Super-Squale. So the Sellita movement beats at 28,800 revolutions per hour. Very accurate. I get approximately 3 seconds plus on average. I get an amplitude of 325, which is really great. You want approximately 300 with a new watch, so that's really good. It's a very nice and healthy movement, and I get 0 beat error, which is really also a testament to this movement just being very healthy and good. So let's have a lume shot. This is again Swiss Superluminor Old Radium it's called, and I'm very happy with the potency and the strength, the color green of this lume. It's very strong, so very happy with the overall experience of the lume. And as you can see in your screen now, even in lower light situations, it's very responsive, so you get really nice lume both in complete darkness and in lower light situations. On my 17.5 centimeter wrist circumference, you can see I can easily of course wear this watch. It doesn't feel too small. It feels just about the right size, so it's kind of weird after I've been wearing this watch to wear maybe a 40 or 42 millimeter watch, because this just feels really nice with the size. And as you can see, as I told you before, the last hole, so they should definitely do some more holes to these leather straps, or maybe give people the option to buy a different leather strap with more holes for smaller wrist sizes. And to have a brown dial and this no date version here, I think is just a really cool little addition to my collection. So I can definitely recommend this watch, although it's definitely not perfect. On the leather strap, this Squale comes in at only 65 grams. So this also of course tells you a story about this wearing really nicely on the wrist. You don't really notice too much that you're wearing this Super-Squale here. So not a perfect watch. It does have its little problems. I would wish we had a bigger crown. I would definitely have wished that they did something with the holes on the leather strap. But overall, I think it's a really fun watch. And if you're looking for kind of an entry-level luxury watch from a really cool historic brand, paying around $800 or $900 US for one of these bad boys is a really fair deal, I think, although it's not perfect. So it's definitely a watch for smaller wrist sizes. So I hope you enjoyed the full review of the Super-Squale with the brown sunburst dial. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share this video on the forums, on Facebook and places like that, and of course subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.